Quality of line is very important to many artists, and the way it is used can be changed to create different outcomes, like in these two paintings by Kandinsky. The qualities can be completely different, like in these two works by de Kooning, where his style changed dramatically in his later years. The influence of line in this painting by O'Keeffe is combined with the use of colour, but still very important. Whereas this artwork by Bovie Lee, line and composition are the main elements. Line can be used very successfully and in very different ways in sculpture, as can be seen in these very contrasting works by Antony Gormley. Quality of line is important in both fine art and design, as can be seen in the work of the famous Scottish artist and designer Charles Rennie Mackintosh, whose work included painting, stained glass, architecture, product design and textiles. Line can be important to many design projects: product design, fashion design, jewellery and body adornment. These designs by Ted Baker and Alexander McQueen show the importance of quality linear compositions. Okay, the next part of this development process is to add quality to these developed drawings. What we want to do is to look through our developed drawings, find the best ones. Even at this stage, there will be drawings that have good parts and parts that can be improved. We have to review the drawings that we've done, try to decide which parts we think are the most important, and then develop them further. How are we going to develop them further? We're going to gradually improve on the composition, that's always the case, and then we're going to add a linear detail. Linear detail means different quality, thickness, weight of line, again using different media. When we look at our media, we've got to understand how the media works and how each media is different, and that is a wee process that we start to go through when we experiment with our pencils. When we look at a charcoal pencil again, or a drawing pencil, we tend to want a long lead, and we want to be able to use the pencil at the side, because when we're using the pencil at the side, we are managing to sharpen the other side. So if we use the pencil at its side, we can turn the pencil, move the pencil around to try to get a variety of thicknesses. Obviously you can use the pencil flat like this, but if you use it flat like that, it becomes rounded and we don't have any sharp points. So if we can learn how to turn the pencil round when we're sketching, we will always have a sharp point, and allowing us to get a much more varied line. This is much more important when we are dealing with pencils that are softer and things like charcoal pencils, because obviously when we start to use this material, you'll recognise it has its own particular qualities. That's a 2B pencil. Obviously you can get 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B pencils, and they become softer and they go blunt quicker. It's also a good idea sometimes just to make marks with your pencils, just to see how dark or light they can go, and by turning them round and by going to the point, you can see how you can get such a variation in line without even drawing. Again, the same kind of a thing. When I work away with the pencil, and I turn the pencil around, I can have a sharp line. If I go to the side, I can have a softer line. So what we're going to be trying to do in these drawings is to get this variety of line. If we're dealing with pen, again, it's a similar type of situation. Leaning heavily doesn't make as much of a difference to a pen, but we can still vary the thickness of the line. So each of the materials will give you a different quality of a drawing. We hope you enjoyed this lesson. You can share your projects with us on Twitter by tagging Glasgow Create.